Good morning, Kyler. It is Saturday. Golly, what a week it has been. This last week, I was in a little bit of a creative slump. I have a couple of songs that I admittedly still have not finished. They're not done, but I've been working on this album. It's been coming along fairly nicely. I'm very excited to release this thing and to finally put it out in the world and be more of a fully formed artist myself with this project, with this Between Houses project, than I ever have been before. Very excited about all those things, but like I said, I've been in a bit of a slump. And this week, I started to get out of it. And here's how I got out of it. Well, actually, in order to understand how I got out of it, we need to go back to how I got into it. College is a very weird place, a weird time in life, because you are constantly surrounded by change. Like, you would think that wouldn't be the case. You would think, that you'd meet some people and you'd settle nicely to a friend group and it would be all easy like that. Nope, it is not. People are constantly coming in and out of your life. You're constantly meeting new people and then meeting other people that you met like 2 weeks ago and you haven't spoken to since then, and there's just all this bumping in and moving around and all that sort of stuff. And it's been a little bit hard. I've kind of stretched myself thin a little bit socially because I'm so focused on trying to meet new people that I haven't been able to double down on the people that I've already met. It's a weird challenge and one that I was not expecting. And that makes for a bit of a lonely situation, if I'm being honest. I don't mean to say woo is me, but it has been a little bit hard to meet with and connect people when, frankly, there are so many people to meet and connect with. But recently, I had this epiphany that I just simply need to double down on the relationships and connections I have formed, and just trust that everything's going to work out and be okay. I've also been doing some things to just better my life. I've been trying to start working out. I've been trying to cook a little bit more and cook things that I actually like. A lot of the last couple weeks has been me just throwing stuff in the air fryer and hoping for the best. But I've really been trying to eat a little bit better and a little bit healthier, and I've been trying to just have a more positive outlook on my life in general. All of that culminated yesterday. I was walking with a friend to her class, and we always pass by this little board that's got this poetry on it in the library. And there was this leaf that someone had taken, and you basically how you put the poetry up is it's a whiteboard and you just stick a magnet, and that's how you kind of hang your poetry or whatever. And someone had taken one of these magnets and just stuck a leaf on the board. And my friend and I were like, what? We got all philosophical and we were like, what makes a leaf a poem? And I said, maybe it's the path in which it fell. And it seems just so silly and ridiculous, if I'm being honest. It seems super goofy, but also kind of oddly profound. And we continued to joke about it for a while, and then we went on our merry way and continued to walk to class and stuff. I dropped her off at class, and I'm like, okay, where am I going to go now? What am I going to do? I have some homework I can do, but I've also got this idea of what makes a leaf a poem, and that's really just kind of interesting. My brain is already starting to turn this into a song, and I think, okay, I have to write this. So I go home and I start writing it, and I finish it. Not even 20 minutes later. This was kind of a revelation to me, right? Because I'm putting in effort to facilitate my happiness and my creative process. If you feel like you are stuck in a rut creatively, look around in your life and see what you can maybe do to improve your happiness. There are scientific studies that show that when you're sad or when you're stressed out or when you're discouraged, you literally get tunnel vision. Scientists, I don't remember the specific study, I just remember seeing this somewhere or hearing about this somewhere. But what they would do is they would have something happen that would make the person who was on their way into the study a little bit upset. Maybe coffee got spilled on them or something like that. Or they would do something that would make somebody a little bit happy, like, say there's like a $20 bill on the floor that no one can claim or identify. And so it's just theirs, right? They found in the study They would take a flashing light and they would stick it on someone's peripheral vision. And the people who were in a happier, better mood and had good things happen to them that day were able to see the light. And the people who were not in as good of a mood were not able to see the light, right? When you have an open mind, when you have an open field of vision, you're more likely to get creative ideas. And I think sometimes too, it's also important to understand that your creativity is also more like a reservoir that you can tap into. And if you tap into it too much, you might dry it out. Some people have bigger reservoirs. Some people have smaller ones. So it's also important to be aware of what is going to fill you up the fastest. What is going to get you the rest or the happiness or the good vibes that you need so that you can continue to become better and more restful. And I think that is really what I am learning. I need to live, I don't just need to live life like solely to write music. I need to live a life that will put me in the position to be able to do that in a happy and satisfying way. Being able to access that inspiration and that almost, I guess, revelation in a very complete and succinct way. So for all of those people who decided to click on this video, I would just encourage you, if there's something, creatively in your life that you want to be a little bit better at, see how you can make yourself a little bit happier. What can you do? What can you do to recharge yourself, to get the rest maybe that you need, and to refill your reservoir? What can you do to get inspired? Do you need to listen to somebody else's work? Do you need to, look at a painting? Do you need to just take a nap? It could be any number of things that you might need a little bit more of in your life. The more you strive for a good, happy life, the more naturally creativity and ideas in your creative process will come to you. And I've seen that over and over in my life. When I'm stressed, I'm not creative. And when I am not stressed, I'm a lot more creative. When I'm a little more relaxed, a little more open-minded. So that's just my little snippet for the day to compete with your freaking 15-minute epic video essay. Have a good rest of your day, guys.